This is a question I've actually wanted to talk about for a while now. Does everyone have a twin flame? The more and more we become aware of this journey and the more it gets spread around social media, for an example, the more maybe misinformation gets out there. The truth is, and I don't like to focus on the negatives of this, but not everyone has a twin flame. It is an incredibly rare connection, and while everyone has the potential to be on this journey, the likelihood is most people are not. I often say all you have to do is look around at the people in your life, and you'll see that not everyone is in this kind of journey. Not everyone has that kind of relationship. It's very likely you know people in your own life that are struggling with loneliness or toxic relationships, or they're still looking for someone. And the truth is that most of the happy relationships we know are soulmates, they're not twin flames. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. We've covered soulmates before, and they can be fantastic and happy relationships. But the truth is, we don't all have a twin flame out there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put you off the idea of a twin flame journey. The simple fact you're here, it means you're at least aware of the journey. You're possibly experiencing the common signs and symptoms we talk about. Maybe you've had something which just triggered an awakening. You're searching for the other part of your soul. Without knowing the details, obviously, I can't tell you if you're on a twin flame journey or not. It's possible you are. So when I say it's a rare connection, we're talking in the scope of all of humanity. Most of us are not on this journey. So who does have a twin flame out there? At its root, you're on a twin flame journey when you reach this stage that your soul splits into two parts. Now, this spans over multiple lifetimes, but when you're on a twin flame journey, it's because your soul is in two pieces, and this connection is there, this draw, this pull. You're constantly calling out to each other. We don't all have that, but we all have the potential to reach this stage. So perhaps you are on a journey now, perhaps you're moving towards that. It's hard for me to say. So, how do you know if you have a twin flame or if you're already on a twin flame relationship? The truth is, there's no easy answer here. There's no simple A, B, C that will 100% tell you if this is a true twin flame. There are things you can look for, there are signs and symptoms. We've talked about the number, sequences, and patterns before. I'll include a link to the guide below if you haven't already seen that. But the problem here is a karmic relationship, or to some degree a soulmate relationship, can seem a lot like a twin flame journey. This is part of the problem with a false twin flame. If you fall into that trap, it can be hard to know. Now, doubt is a common part of a twin flame journey. I've spoken to thousands of people, like I say, at various different stages, and almost always there's some level of doubt. It's perfectly normal. It doesn't mean that you haven't met your twin flame, but it is important to understand as much of the journey as you can. There's no simple roadmap to finding your twin flame. If you do have one out there, the best way to come to union is to examine the relationships in your life as much as possible. Try and understand the journey itself as much as possible. Now, we talk about signs, patterns, symbols, and while these are all useful tools to take messages from the universe or from your twin, the best thing I would always suggest you look for is a twin flame connection will always stand out from any other relationship you've ever been through. If you are experiencing a heightened emotional connection, it might well be that you're on a twin flame journey. But the biggest thing to look for is growth. Twin flames, even during a separation phase, will trigger growth in each other. This means personal growth, professional growth, spiritual growth. You'll want to do better. This is what stands out from a soulmate connection, from a karmic flame, a true twin flame connection. You'll both push each other to do better. This is the number one thing I would always suggest you look for. And remember, I'm constantly saying this, but don't just sit back and wait for the universe to deliver. We've covered the idea of twin flame failure before, and while it's true, twin flames do pull each other together, and over multiple lifetimes you will reach union, there's no guarantee. That's why you shouldn't just sit back and wait for the universe to deliver for your twin to arrive. Focus on them, focus on finding them, focus on yourself, improving your journey, being ready for union. I'll include some links below to the full guides on how you can help yourself. But however you choose to do it, it's important that you don't just wait. If you're aware of the journey, then whether you do currently have a twin flame out there or not, it's important that you're making time for this, making time for yourself and your own journey.